Sci-Fi.
Hello, this is We're Not Here to Please You with another episode. Here is R2, and with me,
Like always, Raphael. Yes, you don't get us out of your earphones. Always fresh oral from us. Oh, by the way, episode 5 already.
yeah.
I think it's kind of amazing.
Yeah, we're still doing it.
Well, I guess one reason is like that apparently some people seem to like it. Well, that's not the reason why we do it. We do it because it's a
No.
good excuse to have a couple of drinks.
Yeah, but to our amazement, there have been reports of people actually enjoying our stuff.
On a side note, news sprung up that insanity was on the rising.
Yeah, they're running out of happy pills.
Hey, if they would run out of happy pills, that would mean the end to our podcast.
Yeah, I guess so.
Who else could stand that anyway? What's quite amazing that actually a whole bunch of people enjoyed it and apparently keep listening to it, as the numbers tells me from
Yeah.
SoundCloud.
Yeah, I've been surprised, really. Never thought that this would actually work.
Yeah, it's kind of like we're half repeating ourselves, but like, what's wrong with you people? Why? That doesn't mean turn off. Just keep fucking listening and tell people. Please, we're desperate.
That's really selling it, man.
No, I just said that because I know it's gonna make you crack up in that second. Well, of course we want to have people listening, but we're not desperate. But I know it's just gonna make you crack up, so...
Okay.
Come on, slowly, I know you're pushing... How I can push your buttons in that point, so... Though it's a real nightmare if I make this a lot, because last time I edited the episode... There was just a tons of spikes, just you laughing loud, where we just had to take it down because you just blew out the volume.
Well, I guess I just did it again.
I assume so.
Yeah.
No, but that's a good thing. That means, I guess that's the only reason why maybe people enjoy it, because it seems like we are having fun at least.
Yeah.
And that's in the end the only damn reason why we would do that anyway, so...
Yeah.
Unless you want to pay us, then we totally sell out in a fucking heartbeat, so...
Yeah, I'm quite ready to quit my job any day to do this. So,
Yeah, okay, so start paying us so that we can quit our jobs or our imaginary jobs, like in my case.
something.
Something. Yeah, no. But hey, by the way, great fucking news. It's fucking winter apparently already.
Yeah, it's looking like it.
I mean, it's like fucking terrible. I mean, we are now in like basically middle of fucking October and it started fucking snowing in here.
Yeah.
I mean, welcome to Finland again.
Yeah. And it wasn't, just like a couple of little snowflakes floating around, but...
It was the whole yesterday and today was couple of hours too.
Yeah, and the size of a fucking bedsheet.
Yeah. But well, that's Finland for you. And the good news for us is once that starts, we know like, oh well, that's the next 6 months for us.
Yeah. Yeah, you don't need to think about, that much about what you're going to wear or stuff like that.
It's just like tons of layers.
Yeah.
Or what I always thought like this long underpants kind of thing, this leg length ones.
Yeah.
Who would wear that shit? And then I moved to Finland. I was like, oh, I'm not leaving my apartment without them in winter. I mean, once it hits like minus 30 Celsius, yeah? Oh my fucking god.
Yeah.
I mean, it's so bad if you blink and you have tiny bit of moisture on your eyelashes.
Yeah.
It just freezes your eye together. Just. Your eyelids. Okay, we again have the phenomenon of like the microphone goes on and the red light just erases all my memory of words or the ability to speak in any way.
I don't how to speak
words. Yeah. No, but I mean, I think like well, this year, in the beginning of the year, we had like a visitor from Spain, a friend of us visiting us, and it was like really March.
Yeah.
And it was still completely snowed in here. Everywhere just like really high snow. Not like patches here and there, just like cold. Minus 15 to minus 20 degrees.
And this is still, southern Finland.
Yeah, that's the warm part of Finland. And he kind of got a bit first freaked out, like, what the fuck is going on in here? We have March.
Yeah.
Well, but then I took him to a nice home party, this kind of, where you have a lot of drinks, and where that guy had actually an indoor swimming pool.
Wow, nice.
So it was really sweet, and then outside in the snow grilling. So sauna, snow grilling. So
Right, so extremes.
Yeah, typical Finnish house party in that sense.
Yeah.
Plus the swimming pool. No, but well, I guess we're gonna have to brace ourselves. Winter's coming. Why the hell did I just say that? I couldn't resist. Well, but let's see. Hopefully that damn winter's not gonna be like, I think 2 years ago it was so damn nasty. It was kind of like for weeks on end, like minus 30 degrees.
Yeah, and when it wasn't that cold, it was at least windy, so it at least felt like it was minus 30.
At that time, I was actually going to a school, and I had to walk to there like 45 minutes.
Yeah, nice.
And that in minus 30 degrees, like, oh my fucking god. And I just happened to get new boots, so they weren't walked in.
Ah, okay.
And I had to
So
walk
double the fun.
exponentially the fun, not double. It exponentially just got worse. Yeah. Because they weren't walked in, and I wear this knee-high combat boots. And, well, minus 30 degrees, walking up a hill, so this fucking leather doesn't move a fucking millimeter.
Yeah.
It's just like, my leg was hurting in parts that I didn't even know I had.
Yeah. Yeah, and the cold probably wasn't helping the shaping of the boots. That's all.
It just stiffened it like 10 times more. Yeah. But also fucking hilarious. I just, put on my headphones, I whipped them out, and actually like within a second, it just made that invisible dog walking leash shape. It just froze. So I just walking through the damn city with this really big bow in front of me pointing out for my headphones. And you can't damn move it because it's just fucking frozen.
Yeah.
I mean, I used to bitch about winter in Germany and stuff like that, and it's kind of like, well, compared to, a few weeks of that, 3 months or so to half a year.
Yeah. Every winter I keep wondering, what did our ancestors think? Were they, just, some kind of retarded bunch ended up here and they were just like, well, this is good, we'll stay right here. Oh, you can't farm anything because the land is frozen solid. So let's just, I don't know, fucking eat pine cones and...
Let's way to think ahead, guys.
Yeah.
Or maybe they came in summer.
They probably did, but why did they stay? That's the big question.
Because you didn't get the fuck away. There was no fucking train, bus or car. Going somewhere else means walking for months on end.
Yeah, but maybe if you stayed one winter, you might have got the idea that, okay, this doesn't feel so good. Maybe we should go back.
Do we have a plan B, guys? Yeah. Is any backup ideas? Because that really blows.
Yeah.
I mean, seriously, we can't grow food. We are freezing our asses off like fucking 60% of our people died last winter, for fuck's sake. Can we just move on?
Yeah.
And one person in charge goes like, nope.
I guess the people who stayed alive were actually the ones who kind of went the route of, maybe next winter's not gonna be so bad. Let's just wait it out and see what happens.
So you basically say Finland was settled by lazy people. Like, come on, let's not hurry it up. Maybe next year's better. We have to move, for fuck's sake.
Lazily optimistic.
Yeah. No, optimistic is wrong. I know Finnish people.
Yeah, but if you can use that to, justify not doing something, then maybe.
Yeah.
Anyway, seriously, what the fuck?
But a strange part of me actually kind of enjoys that winter. Because it's it's
the
pretty.
kind of, and it has the kind of, a different kind of quality. Definitely. Just today I was watching the snow fall, and I was just thinking. I don't like winter at all. It's definitely my least favorite time of the year. But it does have this kind of weird, different kind of feeling. Like you need to be inside. You need to be doing stuff, and you're spanking the cat.
Yeah, hey, I'm spanking some pussy over here. Like it's your cat that likes to get spanked. I know it's distracting, but keep going.
Yeah. Now where was I? Anyway, yeah, it's cold outside, so you don't want to be outside. You want to be staying in. So it's kind of like in a way, it brings people together, and it is a time of maybe laying back a bit because you don't want to be outside. It's dark most of the time.
I mean, like I think the sun goes really late up and already goes down like at what 4 o'clock, between 4 and 5. It's down
6-7 hours of daylight.
Okay, but you have to also mention that the opposite time in the summer, especially, you have like almost no dark time.
Yeah, in the midsummer it doesn't go down at all.
Yeah, it gets kind of like this a bit dawnish looking for an hour or two, and then it's completely bright again.
Yeah.
By the way, I was fascinated. I've seen that the first time. It sounds so stupid, but I went out and I was just like a little kid at Christmas looking at presents like, that's awesome. I made actually a picture of it, what doesn't make sense. Like, well, it's bright, so...
Yeah.
No, but it was kind of amazing, but it turns around in the winter completely.
Yeah.
I mean, as you're right, kind of it to parts brings people better together because you kind of hang out at home with people.
Yeah.
But on the bigger part, the most Finnish people are too fucking depressed that they actually just, I have friends that I don't hear for months on end in winter from.
Yeah.
Because they just bury themselves in their apartments.
Yeah, well, winter, for me at least, is definitely, time when I play a lot more games. Because obviously I won't be going outside if I don't absolutely have to.
You can't sit in the park and have a drink.
Yeah, so I'm sitting inside and playing games.
But really, don't forget, it looks actually like really fucking amazing outside in the whole winter time long for months on end. What I remember, like in Frankfurt, it was always kind of like, well, snow fell, it maybe stayed a day. And then it was just mud everywhere, so it was never looking really quite pretty. And here's always this just like super sparkling kind of fine snow. That's how nice fine the snow is, and it's just like fucking pretty. And let's be honest, once the snow falls, then it's kind of like not as cold anymore somehow. But seriously, it's still fucked up cold in here.
Yeah, let's see what this winter brings. It's not yet very many minus degrees during the night, but it's getting colder all the time. So
yeah, I think in the moment we have something like 3 degrees over the day.
Yeah.
Oh, one time we were about to go to a bar with friends. We literally made it out of the door and around the corner, and then the wind hit it us.
Yeah.
It was like minus 25 degrees and super strong wind. So we just walked out a few steps and like nope, let's drink upstairs. Fuck that. Fuck that.
But it's a land of extremes, as they say.
And don't forget the millions of lakes. Not millions, but I think the nickname, what I heard of it, is Land of the Thousand Lakes.
Yeah.
And I think it's pretty awesome when you see it the first time, then you get fucking bored because they're just fucking everywhere, fucking lakes. Who gives a shit?
Water everywhere.
Yeah. I'm definitely not regretting moving here. It has something nice.
I'm always kind of fascinated by foreign people, deciding that they want to live in Finland because I was born here, obviously, and I've been like, why the fuck would anyone want to come here? If I could, I'd go away.
But I think it doesn't matter in which country you grow up, you're going to have that feeling with every country. And it's maybe it's also because, like, this country...
You notice the downsides very quickly when you're born somewhere.
Yeah.
You know the bad things, and obviously the bad things are going to outweigh the good things.
They always do.
Yeah. Even if, numerically there'd be very little bad things, but obviously you're going to be paying much more attention to them.
Because they're fucking way more annoying.
Yeah.
No, I have to say, like, one part is definitely that the Finns are kind of more tolerant, definitely. It's a really laid-back society. In that sense of, like, nobody is judgmental in that way in most cases. I think it's, like, really this liberal country. And, like, well, compared...
Yeah, apart from the neo-Nazi shitheads and whatnot.
Did I tell on the air that I've seen a Nazi march at 3 o'clock at night?
I don't think you have.
Yeah, it was one of the nights where I was writing and then couldn't sleep, so I was writing some more, and well, I hear some noise because it was the summer, yeah. And I was like, what the fuck is now going on? And I was just like looking out of the window, and there was like a bunch of people, like 12, 15, all kind of this sheared hats, you know.
So when was this?
In front of my apartment.
But, just, when? This year?
Yeah, this year, like maybe 3-4 months ago.
Okay, yeah.
So there were like 12, 15 people with a sheared hat, just boat hat and this bomber jackets and stuff. And then they apparently regrouped on the corner of my street there.
Right.
And they actually started marching. And was kind of singing this chorus kind of things. I didn't understood it because it was kind of really slurred Finnish as well. And by the way, when I see that, I think like, what are you Nazis about? Seriously, I see maybe a black person every 5 days in here. You do not have really foreigners in here that much at all. I mean, I lived in Frankfurt. It's the most multicultural city actually of Germany.
Yeah.
Even more than Berlin, because you also have the parade of the cultures in Frankfurt and so on. And it's kind of like, in here there are barely any foreigners in that sense of what?
Yeah.
Why are you Nazi about anything? And on the note, copycat.
Yeah, you already did that.
Yeah.
Back in the 40s. And look how that turned out.
Yeah, didn't that well. No, but overall, I mean, that's really, let's be honest, a really small percentage, but it's almost not noticeable. But mostly you have to say they're quite tolerable and liberal in here.
Yeah, mostly, yes.
And it's like, especially when you compare it to, what is the stereotype of Germans? What do you think of? Most people tell me it's like one word, verboten, verboten, verboten. You know, like, just like, you can't do that, and there's a law for everything, and it's kind of like, I always notice that when I go on holidays in Germany, it's fun the first 2 or 3 days, and then you notice like how fucking frustrated and pissed off all the Germans are about their life. They're just like frustrated. But it's also a mentality of like, if everything goes awesome, the German thinks like, it could be better. Kind of like, it's kind of, I don't know, I just don't like the mentality.
Eternal pessimist.
Yeah, and people especially, like, if you have some piercings in your face or a tattoo, you're just, like, right away, like, people pick on you. It's not really nice to live in that.
Well, it's hard for me to say, I've only been to Leipzig during the winter. Yeah. So,
the whole city is fucking drenched in black and this kind of style anyway, so you don't have that then.
Yeah. But anyway, I think the it's actually a bit funny.
Only a tiny bit.
Yeah, just a little bit. The typical stereotype of the German in Finland, I think, is punctuality. That's the key thing.
They never met me.
To Germany,
hardworking punctuality. Like, nope.
Yeah, but everything is done by the book and on time and kind of stuff like that. The kind of engineering stuff,
I think I kind of hefted a bit in myself as well, kind of because Tia dates me always, kind of, I overthink shit. Like with that podcast, I try to get certain things in a certain way placed on pages and I just get too much into that everything has to be perfect named and that stuff works out. I think there's a certain German part of me still living.
Yeah, but in a way, the funny thing actually is that I think if I think of Finland, the biggest thing is, again, the same thing, in a way, the punctuality is a big thing, and the whole Protestant work ethic kind of thing. Working is the way to whatever.
Yeah, I totally was seeing that you were struggling, and I could have jumped in and helped you, but it was like,
Yeah,
no,
just
let's see where it's
you
going.
just kept staring and grinning like a shit-eating idiot. But yeah,
Words.
yes, words. Punctuality and rules about everything.
Yeah,
Stuff is you're not allowed to do that.
there's like really a gazillion things about everything, and there's nothing that doesn't have like this Dean norm on it, this Dean number. So everything is like, every piece of paper has to be exactly that size for this and this purpose, and so like everything is really just mapped out. There was no wiggle room.
Yeah.
It's just like this. It feels like a cage, actually.
Yeah.
Kind of like.
But whenever I've been to Germany, it's like wow, this country is so fucking liberal. I can buy red wine from fucking department store.
That's normal. I got freaked out when I moved to Finland. It's kind of like, let's buy some wine. Yeah, we have to go to Alko.
Yeah.
Alko? What the fuck is alcohol, basically? Like, well, it's a store where you can buy alcohol. Because apparently the law in here is like everything that's over 4.5% of alcohol.
4.7.
Was it 4.7?
Yeah, it is.
Oh, excuse me.
Well,
yeah.
I've lived here for a bit, and I've been buying some alcohol for some years already, so yeah.
Yeah, and
4.7, that's an arbitrary limit set by some government agency at some point, and that's what we're holding on to.
yeah, for years and years.
Yeah, if it's got more alcohol per volume, then you go to this government establishment and you buy it from there.
And it's so damn fucked up, the prices. No, but I was always so used to that you just go to this damn supermarket. One time I walked in this big supermarket, like this really giant one, and they actually had a stand where they gave out Baileys, where you can try all the Baileys kinds.
Yeah.
So you can start to get drunk inside of the supermarket for free.
Yeah, and it's just so, it drives me insane because it doesn't have any sense to it. It's just, this is the way we've done it before, and it's, well, supposedly it has worked very well.
What if the Nazis would have said that?
Which it doesn't, yes. Which it actually doesn't, Yeah. And the biggest thing that they have going for them, the government, is it's always based on this idea that if we limit the people's ability to buy and consume alcohol, then it's going to make everything better.
And that's pure bullshit, and let me tell you why. Simply from observation. Because as soon, there was at one point where they dropped slightly the taxes on alcohol. And suddenly people got more and more drunk really quickly, because they're kind of like, once you get an offer, then people just right away fucking overdo it. Like that's my only chance to drink, and then they just fucking overdo it.
Yeah, and when you're living in a country where everything is fucking regulated and it's always a big hassle to do anything, then obviously when there's some kind of leniency, they are going to go for it. Balls to the wall, kind of.
Yeah, and also in Germany, I think it's kind of because the alcohol is really, compared to the prices in here, fucking dirt cheap.
Yes.
I think people get more moderately drunk or drink more moderately. And here it's kind of like, they say Finns can drink. I say bullshit. What they do, they drink the most amount in a short time and are broke within 3 hours. And in Germany, it's kind of more the tradition that you kind of drink really relaxed over a couple of hours, over the whole night, but not actually that big amount.
Yeah.
I mean, you get drunk, but you drink basically over maybe 7 hours what a Finn would drink then within 1.5 hours, basically,
Yeah.
It's just regulations, and that point, just as soon they get a break from the regulation, they just gonna, over fucking do it. That's my thought. If you give the people the freedom, they're not gonna be as fucking retarded about it.
Yeah. And the funny thing is, when I've been to Germany or England or anywhere where you can get drinks cheaper, and where you can get it from any fucking store or kiosk and whatnot. Somehow I've not drunk myself to death.
Because you're
Even
like,
though
why
I had
would
the
I?
chance. Yeah, and one thing that we've actually noticed during the Webgotsi-träffen is that if you have a pint of beer and it costs you €2.50, and you kind of feel okay.
You mean in a bar now?
Yeah, whatever. But I mean, if you need to be going somewhere and you've not finished your drink, you can just leave it. You don't need to chug it down because it doesn't cost you an arm and a leg.
Yeah, I mean, like the cheapest bars in here is like basically €5 for the pint of beer. That's the really the bottom of the barrel bars,
Mostly,
basically.
yes,
Yeah, where you maybe go if there's no other option. And also like this little thought of kind of like you not overdo it with drinking because here you can't buy alcohol after 9 o'clock. In stores.
Yeah.
So
And not before 9 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah. So you kind of tend maybe to buy a bit more booze and then overdo it on that. And when in the controversy in Germany, you can go like at 3 o'clock at night to a gas station and just buy beer or wine or booze.
Yeah.
There was actually in Frankfurt a company, the name was Schluckspecht. What's the name of a bird? And Schlucken means swallowing and Specht is a bird breed.
Yeah.
And they actually, you can call them up and they actually deliver beer and booze to your house. It's meant
At all times of the day.
Yeah, whole night long.
Yeah.
It's meant more for party. Like if you have a party and you run short of something.
Okay.
Of course, it's not that cheap, but just the idea like that you at 3 o'clock at the night you can pick up the phone and like, hey, how about you bring us some more vodka?
Yeah.
But like you said, like somehow in that moment you're not overdoing it.
Yeah. Instead, in Finland, we have this brilliant minds thinking maybe we could, limit the buying periods even more. Maybe we should, ban the sale of alcohol.
Wait, are they talking about that?
Well, there have been talks about limiting it even further.
Oh, for fuck's
Maybe
sake.
things like, we shouldn't sell any alcohol during the weekends.
What? Oh, okay.
So, what is the Finnish person going to be doing now if you can't buy any alcohol during the weekend?
And how many Finns own guns? I see a solution right there.
Yeah, but I mean, it's just so ridiculous. I mean, people aren't that stupid. If you're going to, how convenient some beers.
Or what you call beers.
But if you're going to be, let's not sell any alcohol during the weekends. That's gonna cut down on drinking. Obviously, nobody is going to be buying their drinks on Friday.
Not at all, and not apparently maybe way too much more. It's like
definitely not going to be buying it by the bulk.
No,
we don't want to be running out. Yeah.
What? Come on, it's obviously think about it. Nobody would do that.
Yes.
And by the way, your beer is piss. It's terrible. It's colored water. I fucking hate it. Me as a German, I suffer a thousand deaths each time I open a fucking beer.
I know, it's horrible. I agree.
Like, it's really watery. Like
and sweet. They have...
If it has any taste at all, that's not just nastiness. No, but what I really notice is kind of like when we go to Germany, and when we're here in the bar, we are about like, hey, we have to leave the bar, and I have kind of like almost the whole mug, the whole pint almost full.
Yeah.
And then I just go kind of like, well, okay, and beer burp. Then I kind of just quickly pour it down because it just goes down because it's water.
Yeah.
And then we went to Germany on a holiday and, well, I had proper beer.
Mm-hmm.
We were about to leave to somewhere and I had like half a can.
Yeah.
Like basically like a half-liter can, half of that. And I tried to pour that down and it was just so thick and rich of flavor. You couldn't pour it down like that quickly as that shit in here.
Yeah, but we're drinking German beers.
I wouldn't call that. It's just the Finnish version of Noble Honor.
But it's
it doesn't taste like any German beer. Like even when you go to Lidl in Germany, the Noble Honor.
It's made in Germany.
Yeah,
It says on the can.
for the recipes for here, even the German Nobelaner, what by the way nobody touches because it's disgusting, is better than that shit.
Yeah.
But better is like paying like fucking €2 and plus for half a liter of a beer. I remember like my favorite beer was a store brand beer, and it was actually they had the motto of like they didn't have the fancy label or make commercials. They had just a printing on top of it that was saying like, well, whatever we save on not making commercials and stuff, we give to you, the end consumer.
Right.
That's all what it basically said on there.
Nice.
5% of alcohol, half a liter was without the pant on top of it. It was 35 cents, half a liter.
Yeah.
It's just like, it's half a liter, 35 cents, and in here for fuck's sake. It's like basically also like fucking Jägermeister, yeah? You get the bottle for like, what, €10 in Germany. How much was it in here? I've seen it like for €30 or 25, €30, something like that.
It depends on the size of the bottle, obviously, but
Yeah.
I think the quarter liter is, I don't know, somewhere in the €10 range. The half liter is 17 or something, maybe.
It's just something fucking ridiculous.
Yeah, it's... Move to Finland, people. This is the land of opportunity.
Yeah, it started like positive talking, like, oh, that always fucking blows.
And somehow we've now wasted, I don't know, ages on Finnish alcohol regulations.
Oh, no. And what time are we now? Let's check this.
It's showing 32 minutes and 30 seconds.
Oh, no, but I think we now should jump into like the big news actually. The intro, what was supposed to be something like 2 or 3 minutes.
Yeah, and then we mentioned weather, so we've done 2 things on our list now.
Yes. But that was supposed to take like 2 or 3 minutes, that whole thing.
Somehow we went to
half an hour, yeah. No, but the big news. We are now finally on fucking Stitcher.
Yeah.
I love that app actually, and I'm not selling it like, oh, because we're not on there, now I have to sell that product. No, I actually fucking used it since several months for it.
Yeah.
It's amazing, it's comfy, like if you pick up an episode of any kind of podcast, if you just stop and then at some point return to the episode, you continue where you left off.
Right.
And I mean, it's a really giant thing, like everybody talks iTunes, but it's iTunes and Stitcher are the 2 main big players.
Right,
especially in the podcasting world. They have kind of the big Stitcher awards for podcasting, over 15,000 podcasts and live streams in there, and I don't know, it's like millions of users in that sense. Alone in America, it's like in 4 million cars on the dashboard integrated.
Wow, that's nice.
Well, bad news so far, since we are now in there since like what, 3 or 4 days.
Yeah.
Nobody yet checked it out on Stitcher.
Oh well.
So by the way, if you listen to that, just head over quickly to Stitcher.
The cat's eating my pencil.
No, but if you're listening to that, and well, head over to Stitcher and well, vote us up so that maybe other people gonna see us higher on the list. So, but great app, really comfy. You can have it on your Android and your iOS, so it's on both platforms. It doesn't matter if
They're
you.
not on Windows Phone.
Yeah, no, then it gets silenced because nobody cares about Windows phones.
Yeah.
I don't actually know. By the way, talking about Windows phones, we're also on Zoom. What kind of got discontinued for the platform.
Who uses that?
I don't know, but we're on it.
That's brilliant.
No, but seriously, if you go to our blog, so we are not here to please you.blogspot.fi, you're gonna also have on the right side the banner of Stitcher.
Yeah.
So check us out on there or just download the app and give us some sweet, sweet support.
And we're not getting paid by Stitcher.
Yeah,
by any means.
Yeah.
But if they should want to be giving us money, then please do.
Yeah.
We're not going to be opposing to that.
Just
in any
contact
shape or
us and we're gonna give you our information for that sense. No, but I really had to. I know it sounds like I'm trying to make it advertising, but it's simply like I use that app and it's fucking awesome. I love it. Yeah. It's just comfy. I used it since so many months and I actually, like, when we started that podcast, I actually aimed to get us on there.
Yeah.
Well, it took a couple of weeks because, of course, they review it because... Why do I say so much because? What the fuck is wrong with me? No, but they review it that they don't have heat. Hey, seriously, speaking of it...
Yeah.
No, they don't...
You've lost the ability to can.
It's the red light of the microphone, I still blame it. No, but they don't want hate speech or anything like that, you know? No, but they don't want hate speech and any such content that would be incriminating. So, of course, it took
it's
a while.
good that we're a family-friendly show.
Yeah, like we mentioned the last time, language is fucking clean, apparently.
Can't.
Why is cunt your go-to word in that moment?
It seems to...
I think you really like Shakespeare.
Really?
Come on, oldest curse words in the... I think the first time documented, wasn't it, in Shakespeare?
Could be.
I think I read that somewhere.
But anyway...
I might be also full of shit.
Cunt seems to be the word that rustles the most jimmies in the English-speaking world.
Yeah, not in the British, but in the English one. By the way, never make the mistake in the fight with a girlfriend. You can say, like, you know, stop behaving stupid, but never use that word in a fight. That might maybe backfire on you.
It could be.
It does.
It's like you have some familiarity with this.
No, we talk hypothetically, of course.
Yeah, your friends told you.
Yeah, I hear it from a friend, brother's cousin.
Yes. We all do.
Aww. Oh, but that's one of the moments why I kind of love doing the recording shit of the podcast, because it's just you just stumble into some weird shit that is simply entertaining.
Yeah, you end up in strange territory.
Yeah, but that is the magic of that. That's the reason why we do it. Just like it's a good moment to just let loose and just like be a bit polarized version of yourself, maybe. You kind of don't think so serious in that moment. That's a nice part. Not like if you get fucking annoyed because some retards apparently wired your apartment. By the way, we went so long without renting. And now comes my damn renting fucking part. So as I established previously, I'm a learned electrician, yeah? So we finally, after a year living in the apartment, bought lamps for the hallway in the kitchen.
So you've been in the dark this far.
Well, it's a kind of half open area with that thing. It's kind of you still get enough light and stuff. Yeah, it was not necessary, but it of course would look better. So well, I of course was hanging the first lamp in the hallway and worked out quite nicely. Then I moved to the kitchen.
Yeah.
First of all, I was looking for a light switch. There was no light switch. There was one switch that controlled over the counter this little lamp what you have and the outlet.
Yes.
That's the only thing this one switch controls. And I was looking up the whole damn walls. Where the fuck is a damn light switch? Because I didn't want it to start working on something.
Yeah, until you know that you're not gonna get electrocuted.
Yeah. So and I actually still had a couple of my old tools that I might have borrowed from my old workplace a few years ago.
And you forgot to return them.
Yeah, somehow. So with Pro Tools I went on it, and it turned out it had the whole time there was the face was there. But the neutral wasn't there. I mean, physically the wire was hanging out of the roof.
Yeah.
But it went nowhere. Apparently, because...
Okay.
You know, you put one connector of the tool to the face, one on the neutral.
Yeah.
And then you can see how much voltage goes through there. Nothing happened.
Right.
And you can clearly see that the face is there because it's a Pro Tool, so you can read this kind of shit. And I only found one of these little connector boxes in the wall. I mean, not the fuse box, I mean this little round thing. And they went from a brown wire, what is always the face, to a blue wire. So already there they messed it up. And it had nothing to do with the whole thing. So I was basically there for like 2 hours just checking everything out, searching any inch of it. Now we ended up hanging the lamp anyway. It doesn't do shit. It doesn't light up, of course.
Yeah.
We have to fucking call our landlord.
Right.
Oh, by the way, also retarded, our hallway is maybe 2 meters by 2 meters.
Yeah.
Guess the number of light switches for that room.
I guess many.
3.
3!
Now comes the kicker.
For a fucking box like that.
It's your normal house door, yeah?
Yeah.
It's on the left side and on the right side of the door.
Yeah.
So it doesn't make sense right there. And, well, you make one step and there's another light switch. So you have 3 light switches in the 2 by 2 hallway and none in the kitchen.
Nicely done.
I got so fucking pissed off because, like, the electrician in me wanted to figure it out.
Yeah.
And I just got more and more aggressive about it. At some point I had just to call it quits because I couldn't get any further with that because I don't have the blueprints, I don't have the plans for it. So
Yeah, and you can't start tearing down walls and rewiring everything.
yeah, I think Tia wouldn't appreciate if I tear down walls. Yeah. Oh. And I was so ready to almost kill people.
Yeah.
But then, after I kind of resigned, like that's it, I was just going to check on Facebook because I just uploaded the new episode. And out of fucking nowhere, just our good friend Janne, by the way, the voice of which band? Can you name the band?
You're probably thinking about
Old School Union. Yeah. By the way, checked it out. Nice band. Love their beats. I mean,
Old school EBM.
Definitely danceable.
Yeah.
I love their shit, definitely. No, but he just wrote me out of the blue like, hey mate, just wanted to, I'm paraphrasing here, I don't have the exact words in my head. But hey mate, like I just wanted to tell you kind of like, I really enjoy your podcast and you really give me some entertainment for my night shift. And you know, for in that 1 second I went from like, oh, fucking want to kill people to like, hey, I'm feeling quite well.
Yeah. It's actually quite funny how stupidity can make you, almost go mental.
Oh, does that sound like auto time?
It sounds like auto time.
It definitely sounds like auto time. And this time I really tried to shut up more, so here is auto time.
No, but seriously, I have a related story. I travel to and from work by bus, and it takes about half an hour.
So you gave up the bicycle thing, by the way?
Yeah, for now at least. Well, it's
getting cold.
It's snowing outside.
Yeah.
Anyway, I had a fairly rough day at work, and I just wanted to just quickly get home and be done with it and whatever.
Never happens that way.
It doesn't. It really doesn't.
How long is your commute, by the way?
About 30 minutes, like I mentioned just now.
Oh, yeah. If I would once in a while listen.
Yeah, you could, in addition to not, talking over me, you could also listen to what I'm saying.
Yeah, I guess I have improving to do there. Yeah.
Perhaps. Anyway, apparently I caught the idiot bus.
Oh, the famous one.
It was full of people. First of all, I sat next to this strange-looking hipster guy. But that wasn't the first thing. I was trying to read a book about tanks, obviously, because I'm a manly man.
Of course.
I read about tanks.
Just when you're saying that, all your chest hair just pokes me in the face. That's how many you get in that moment.
Yeah. But if you're interested, actually, Tankman by Robert Kershaw, I think. It's about First and Second World War. About tank warfare. It's
and apparently you're reading it on the shitter, because I went to take a leak and it was there.
Also, on the bus and on the can. Now, I didn't have my headphones. I've forgotten them, which was a big mistake. Because some rows behind me there were 2 girls, I'm guessing around the age of 16. And they were just going at it. And it was stupidest, most inane drivel I've ever heard in my life.
Please tell me more. Was it about twerking? Did it twerk out?
They were talking about some guy, actually.
But I bet he was super cute.
Probably. And he had this stupidest fucking nickname, which I won't be mentioning because it doesn't actually work in English. But anyway, it was just fucking retarded. And they were like going, you know this guy we know, tee. I found that the other guy that thought was his friend actually isn't his friend.
I already want to kill myself on that point.
Like, can you imagine now we have to call him the guy A's friend who isn't actually guy A's friend? Like, oh my god.
Okay, I see a scissor on the table. I want to ram it in my damn brain just to...
Yeah. They just sounded like...
What does that even mean?
I don't know, and I don't want to know. And I just wanted those two people to die. Right then and there. Just fucking die.
I wish I could kill people with my mind.
Yes. I was almost about to say something nasty to them. Like, I don't know. I wish you find rich husbands because you're not going very far in life otherwise. Something to that effect.
What was the saying? Kind of like, he's gonna go places. Maybe not college, but places.
Yeah. And as if that would not have been enough, the troglodyte sitting next to me, as his stop came around, instead of maybe mentioning that he'd like to get off the bus, he was in the window seat, I was in the aisle seat. Instead of, just quickly, this is my stop, can I get out, or something like that. Nothing, not a word. He just started fidgeting with his bag and turning towards me. And I just didn't have the nerve to just, I should have just, sat there and looked the other way and been, nonchalant about the whole thing. Yeah. Maybe whistle a bit and wait for him to say something, or probably he would have, instead of being able to open his mouth, he would have just rammed his way past me. Yeah. And just a bit more to...
Are you sure that he not maybe just wanted to make out with you?
I'm fairly sure.
Okay. Yeah. Just checking in, you never know.
Anyway... As if that, again, would not have been enough.
Oh, tell me more.
The next stop was mine. And just as I stepped out, there was another youngish girl walking towards me with a beanie that said YOLO on it. And I was just ready to fucking punch that cunt in the face.
Short interruption. I know I tried to shut up. I love the song YOLO from The Lonely Island. It's hilarious. Everybody else should drop that. But beanie, continue.
YOLO, cunt, fist, face.
It's just like one of the...
I did not deck her on the spot, but I was very, very, very close to doing that. And seriously, after I got home, I started to think about this whole episode, and it was just really fucking ridiculous. I mean, they were just regular people doing their whatever, and teenagers are going to be teenagers. You have to do those stupid fucking mistakes.
People being people.
Yeah, and you need to be stupid. It's a part of life and all that. But it's just funny how fucking annoyed and angry you can get just by some strangers.
How much it multiplies your anger in this moment.
Just being so fucking annoying.
And you just want to, like I said it many times, just to punch somebody in the neck.
Yeah.
By the way, survived that, and like I had in Frankfurt a commute of like in the morning of like 1 hour, on the way home 1.5 hours was the connection.
Yeah.
And if you have a day like that and have this super overfilled Frankfurt subways, there's a bunch of that going on then too. It's kind of, oh my fucking god.
Somehow I can understand people who, hit other people in the face.
Well, but they're being cunts.
Yes.
The other people, I mean, not the punchy person.
Well, the punchy person's kind of a cunt as well, you know.
Not the cunt deserved it.
We are not here to please you, does not endorse violence.
In no way or shape. And don't try that at home.
Nor on the bus. Or on the subway or the train. Or
Especially not airplanes. They're really picky about any kind of weird behavior on airplanes.
Probably don't try it on a bicycle either. You might crash. And end up hurting yourself, which is rather stupid.
Yeah, I guess.
Anyway, yeah, I guess that's about it for me.
So was that R2 time?
Yeah, I think that's the most that's happened to me. Well, yesterday we went to a friend's surprise birthday party. I've never actually been to a surprise party before.
You mean like kind of sitting behind the sofa, and when he opens the door, you go like, surprise!
We were in the hallway, actually, in the dark, sitting against the wall on both sides, and waiting for him to come home. And then we yelled surprise as he came in, and he was surprised. I can tell you that.
So he didn't drop dead by a heart attack or anything?
No, he also didn't shit his pants or anything.
Disappointing.
Yeah, didn't throw up, didn't even fall down, but still. Oh, good times.
So I guess we both, actually we met yesterday evening.
Yeah, and then we went to the club after the birthday party.
You mean that one where you had to hide alcohol in the bushes?
Yes. I had a bottle, an uncorked bottle of red wine in my bag.
By the way, cheapest red wine is in here, what, like 6-7 euros?
That one was €6.35, I think.
Yeah, and that's a bottle where you pay in Germany maybe €1.50 for.
Yeah, I guess you get that from Lidl or something like that, you know, for €1.50.
And if you pay like almost 10 euros for a bottle of wine, you're not throwing it out.
Yeah. So the bouncer was really nice, actually. Was like, you know, well, I can't let you in, but maybe you can just, you know, hide it somewhere close and then pick it up once you go, because they didn't have a yeah, it's a small place.
Yeah, he did that to me too, because
they don't have a cloakroom or anything where you could, you know, leave stuff. So, but there are plenty of bushes around, so we went and picked up a spot and put the bottle in there under the bush. And
I actually we encountered the same problem apparently a few minutes after you guys.
Okay, right.
Because yesterday it was kind of like, well, I didn't know that we were going anywhere till like 4 o'clock, 3 o'clock in the afternoon when I came back from the store.
Yeah.
It's like, hey, by the way, we are still going to our friend's place, like our sound guy's place, you see.
Yeah.
And well, it's like, oh, really? Okay, I guess we're gonna fetch some beers and go there. And well, he was just this kind of fun host that was kind of like, here, have some wine, here, have some beer, here, have some booze. And I didn't get to drink barely any of my own beer.
Yeah.
So I ended up still having like 9 or 10 beers in my backpack. And like we mentioned before, that equals around 10 euros worth of beer in here. 10, by the way, 0.3 cans, not half-liter cans, 0.3.
Yeah.
And, well, the bouncers were like, yeah, I can't let you miss that, but there's plenty of bushes. And I ran down the same damn road, like,
Yeah. But some people obviously still have a bit of common sense in this country of regulations and
the only reason why I still had that because it was like, well, the evening ran different as planned, and I was so busy drinking wine and booze.
And luckily the bottle was still there, and apparently you also found your beers intact.
Completely.
Yeah.
Well, but I went super stealth mode. I picked up a couple of these branches and actually made hyper cloaking them.
Yeah, that's nice.
No, but I think it's we are, by the way, in a pretty good condition compared to...
Yeah, considering that we were out yesterday.
Okay, but
we are professionals.
Of course, and I slept till like 2:30. Yeah, I woke up like at 2:30.
Yeah, I found that if you drink water, plenty of water before you go into bed.
I did that. I drank a liter before. I
usually do
forced
that.
it down.
Yeah, same here.
I think we mentioned that previously on the episode.
Could be. If we have, then here's a reminder. If we haven't, here's a public service announcement. Courtesy of we are not here to please you.
No,
But yeah, it usually does the trick.
it does totally the trick, and if we repeat ourselves once in a while, it's because we are recording now in the moment only every 2 weeks.
Yeah.
So what? Don't blame us. It's not like that we're listening 24/7 only to our own podcast.
Yeah.
So
Also, we're kind of oldish guys already, so
Oh fuck yeah! I mean, like,
amnesia setting in.
what is your building year? Your producing date? when did they pump you out?
1982.
So am I, sir.
Yeah.
What's your month?
Good vintage.
Good win. It was the best year, what I like to say. No, but I was end of the year, so I was November.
I was in the very, very middle. 21st of June.
Yeah, so yeah, that makes you older. Haha, you're way more older than me.
I'm a geezer.
Oh, by the way, you know where the fuck I really knew that I'm fucking old? Well, like I mentioned previously, I bought a PlayStation and they have this app VidZone. And
What now?
VidZone, so VID Zone, that's the name of the app, and well, it has like a bunch of music. It's a music video app, basically.
Okay. VidZone, yeah.
And well, I started it up, and it's, of course, it has this intro thing. It's kind of like videos of the week, and it was like first thing popped up like Miley Cyrus Wrecking was like, oh, let's fucking get out of that. And I just went into the menus, and the first thing that what I've seen in that menu option was like 90s rock.
Yeah.
It was like, oh, just heading to it, you know, and I turned it on, and oh my fucking god! Right away, the first song was like, oh, that's amazing, and Tia was about to get ready because we were going to a party, so it was about to. I was like, oh, that song rocks! It's awesome. The 90s channel is great, and then there was a moment of like, wait a second, it's 2013. That song is like from '92.
Yeah. It's
Wait a
20
sec.
years ago.
And that was one when I was like, I'm fucking old.
Oh, yeah, I know.
But you know, the good things like Silverchair, you know, 90s was pretty like I want to kill myself music genre, like, you know, Nirvana, Silverchair, and so on. But they played like Foo Fighters, White Zombie, and so like, there was not a single song, and Weezer, I love Buddy Holly from Weezer, that's a great video.
Yeah.
No, but there was not a single song where I was kind of like, well, I don't like that. It was all kind of, oh, it rocks. It was at least I love that song or I know that song.
Yeah.
Not one single annoying damn song. But it's so weird when you notice, like, well, I guess I'm old. That you get so excited about the 90s channel.
Yeah.
I guess that's like how our older parents or grandparents were like the oldie channel rock.
Yeah.
Well, you get like, yeah, that rocks.
Yeah. And speaking of music, we've had our first band submission.
I was absolutely surprised. It just popped up minutes, not minutes, but like it was in 2 hours of when we uploaded our famous episode, Rise of the Planet of the Bunnies.
Yeah.
Yeah, basically just came a message and like, hey guys, maybe that music would be in your liking. So just check it out. And I was first like, well, was it a random submission or was it now what we wanted to do, this segment where we play bands that basically nobody knows. And it turns out like that was a person that honestly wanted to have his song on our show. And I feel for a part definitely honored that after so short time somebody wants to be on our little show.
Yeah.
I felt flattered, I have to be honest. And, well, I think we should start out with naming the band's name. And, well, the name is Fatal Casualties.
Okay.
I think we get maybe quickly the internet page from them out so that we can actually talk about them. It's like just usually like www.fatalcasualties.com.
Yeah.
And well, you also get, by the way, of course, on Facebook they have a page, and on Bandcamp you can listen to their EP and album and download it for a really small amount of money. I like Bandcamp; it's really good for these small kinds of bands.
Okay.
And well, what can I say? Like basically, it's like two Swedish guys that.
Right.
I mean, I think they recorded the first things like something that wasn't it like 27 years ago or so.
Right. Okay.
And now released it and working on new stuff. So I think like how can you describe mostly the direction of the music? I think it's like definitely like EBM, industrial, like electro,
Electronic synth. Yeah. Mixture of all that. Yeah.
Well, it's always good if you mix gestures. Oh my god! Again, like damn your red light genres.
Yeah.
No, but basically two guys from Sweden that are, ironically enough, like one of the members is like part Finnish and, as you told me, kind of born in the same city like you.
Yeah. Varkaus represent.
Yeah. Oh. No, but the city thing is kind of like they get booked basically like everywhere but in here. It's like they get gigs in America, Australia, Germany, and so on. Yeah, but somehow nobody in Finland books them.
Yeah. So if anyone is listening who would be interested in booking these guys, then just do so.
Yeah, and also like we're gonna put all the links out from them, so like how you can contact them and the page and so on. So like if you like it, like for fuck's sake, book that dudes. And when I'm also not wrong, they are having now in like November a single coming out like somewhere in the middle. Is it called?
Yeah.
You can find it on YouTube, but as well
there's a link. Yeah.
We're gonna put the link on our page. What is again like we are not here to please you.blogspot.fi.
Yeah.
And as well, if other bands also listening to it's like we are not here to please you at gmail.com. Just write us an email. Yeah, no, but I think like check it out. I think these guys have some talents definitely going on in a certain style. So like if you like it, check it out, like them, buy their stuff.
Yeah.
And I think it's
all the usual.
All the usual
things.
It's kind of like, what can you say without that you just sound like a sleazy salesman, you know?
Yeah.
I mean, the music should speak for itself. That's
I
the
think
main
so too.
point.
Yeah.
If the music is good, it's gonna sell itself. So you know, it's gonna convince people. So, but I think I'm pretty happy that we got our first submission, and maybe other people follow. So, but so far, check out Fatal Casualties, and I guess have a good night.
Yeah, here they are with the song called Glass.
There you go.
Yeah.
Good night.
Bye bye.
If we are not for Christ, we are against it. If we are not fighting in the kingdom of Christ,